everyone, this is ASMR tea. No tea for you today, but I am going to be unboxing the Diamond Art Club Guinea Pig by Eve Izzett. Let's get it open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, first thing I want to know about this is how many colors we're looking at here, and we've got 35 in this one. So I'm going to have to, haven't pulled enough labels off containers from previous projects, so I don't know, I may not fully kit this up in this video, but that's how many colors there are. I went with this one. This one's a square. The last one I did, the Halloween one, that one was a round. So this one, I know it being a square will take me a little longer, but I'm okay with that. I kind of like, I think rounds are fine, but I'm kind of prefer the square, and I wanted one that wasn't huge in size. And I also don't have a deadline to get this one done, so. I think not having a deadline really is the best part, because even though I was really happy with how the Halloween one turned out, I did not like being under pressure to get it finished. I really like this. This is, I think the colors are fun. The size is good. I never had guinea pigs as pets, and I'm not a huge fan of guinea pigs or anything, but I think they're just fine, and they make cute little noises. But I really like the look of this diamond painting. Let me roll this out a bit and flatten it a bit more. There we go. It's very cute. I like the way their fur goes up on top of their head. I don't know that I have any others by this particular artist. I've seen them on the Diamond Art Club site. There's a number of them that I'd like. I think there was a the Chow dog. That was one that I'd actually pre-ordered it some time ago, but unfortunately, when Diamond Art Club got, their shipment in, I got a email saying that part of my order had been canceled because unfortunately there was some damage to, I guess, the particular one that had been earmarked for me. So, I didn't get that one, but there are some others that I would like in the future. But we'll see how this one goes. The other thing is that obviously we've got some sections well. It's mostly in these upper corners. There's areas that are, at first glance, appear to be all one color, but they're really not. And same with down here in the face. And after doing all of the black on the Halloween one, not having a huge field of a solid color makes me very, very happy. And it looks like we do have some 310 in here, but it appears to be mostly, well, it's in the eyes, and then it's scattered around a little bit around here, but there's not a whole lot. I'm looking through here mostly because I'm trying to see what, I think there's Aurora Borealis ones in here. Yeah, it looks like we should have, well, maybe we don't. Because I think the Aurora Borealis are usually like under 150, and it looks like the first color, the lowest color number on here is 154. So I don't think there's any Aurora Borealis here, but I'm okay with that. I think that there's enough other colors going on that it makes it bright and cheerful without going down that route. So let me at least get started. I think I have some containers nearby, so let me grab those. This would have 24 in it, but it's not completely full right now. Okay, let's start with just cutting out the labels and getting the containers labeled up. I'm gonna probably have to go grab some more. So when I record videos, I've been using my camera as well as a Blue Yeti to record the audio. And a while back, I ended up getting a Yeti caster, which is what I'm using currently because I wanted the mic to be on an arm, so that I had noticed when I was trying to record having it on the table was picking up, sounds of picking things up, setting things down, all that. So the Yeti caster has been working, well for me, but the first mic that I had got here, standard Blue Yeti, that I've had for a bit over a year, and just sort of out of nowhere, it had an issue with the audio jack this morning. On my main PC, I have the Blue Yeti attached, and then I have earbuds that are attached to the Blue Yeti, so I both use it to monitor if I'm recording, as well as just to listen to audio, because having it attached to the Yeti instead of my PC tower gives me a little more leeway on the amount of cord that I have and all that. But I went to use it today. I had to be on a meeting, and when I went and I put in my earbuds, I heard all this kind of buzzing, static, squealing out of just my right earbud. And I thought, oh no, what's going on here? So I made it through the meeting, and then I had to troubleshoot. And I switched out the earbuds for, some other headphones. I plugged the headphones in just to the computer itself, and the headphones were fine. But on both of them, when they were plugged into the Yeti, the right, there was that awful sound coming through on the right-hand side. Because I have the Yeti caster also, I took my Yeti, I tried hooking it up to both my laptop, which my laptop is old and not, it has lots of problems. The battery doesn't hold a charge anymore, so I have to keep it plugged in all the time. But it's what I use when I'm using the Yeti caster and filming a video like this. I just hook it up to the laptop and record audio. But when I plugged the Yeti into my laptop, the problem was the same when I switched the cord out for the cord on my Yeti caster. The problem was still the same. So I checked, and luckily it's still under warranty. So I sent in a request to the support, and it sounds like they're going to start an RMA process. So I don't know how long that's going to take and what all it's going to entail. But I'm hoping that I can get that resolved pretty soon, because obviously by having this Yeti caster, I am not, completely without a mic, so that's good. But because I have this set up in the area that I'm filming and all that, I would have to move it back and forth for when I need it, and that's not the end of the world, but it's a bit of a pain, and I would prefer not to. So we will see how that goes. We'll see how the lighting turns out on this video, as with the change in going off of daylight saving time, and it being darker earlier, plus it being a gray and rainy day to begin with, which I don't mind, but that just means I've got less natural light coming in, and I do have some lights here in this room, but they're not set up the best for filming right now, and I'll have to look into that more so that I can get that going better for my videos. Eventually I will get this peeled. In fact, one of the lights that I normally use, which were just some, not like any super amazing lights or anything, they're just some LED USB lights that I've been using. using one of them at the moment, but the second one I actually have in another room because I kind of, instead of using it for filming, I decided I was going to use it at least then as sort of a task light for working on diamond painting. I think when I edit this video, I will probably trim it down because when I'm kitting stuff up, it obviously takes a while and there's not necessarily a ton of interesting stuff in it, so we'll maybe trim it down a bit too, just the parts where I'm chatting a bit, and then cut out the rest and see how that goes. So there's still a bunch of different things that I want to make videos on, and one of them, although I need to read more of the book since I just started it, is about this book, The Art of Tapestry Weaving by Rebecca Mezoff. It just came out recently, and Rebecca Mezoff is the teacher that I've taken online tapestry weaving classes from, and I've really enjoyed those classes. I haven't necessarily been the best student, following through and keeping up with practicing, but I've taken a lot of her classes just because I find her and her teaching style enjoyable, and I find that, you know, sometimes you can be either doing one craft or reading about one craft or something, and it gives you some idea for something else. So even though I haven't done a ton of tapestry stuff myself, I still have been finding it interesting to learn about it. And I think her online classes are very worthwhile, and if you'd like to learn about tapestry, I definitely recommend them. But I think a book might also work well for some folks, especially as it's more, you know, inexpensive than the classes to start with. So if you're thinking about it, but you're really not sure if that's what you want to do, and, you know, all that getting the book, or even if your library has the book, and getting it from there, that would be a good way to kind of get your feet wet and decide if you'd like to pursue it. Another thing that I've been doing lately is playing a game, which I guess you could debate whether it's technically a game, called Kind Words, and I think it's been out for about a year or so, although I just started using it recently. And it's just a little game that has, you know, some kind of chill lo-fi music, and you can read through, you know, short little letters that people have sent about, you know, things that are on their mind, or, you know, problems that are worrying them, stuff like that, and then you can respond back. And then you can make requests as well. And then you sort of earn these little stickers in the game that you can use letters say thank you to people or attached to letters that you're sending to people on that sort of thing. I had started to film a video for it, but I'm trying to decide. I think what I might do is just do a pretty short video that's, a summary, kind of like I'm doing now, but showing some of the game. What sort of gave me pause, although other people, have done videos showing them, playing the game, is that, a lot of the topics can be, pretty heavy or sad, or, it'd be triggering for some people, and even though it's set up to be anonymous, and you're not, identifying information and all that, as I was recording the video, it felt a little weird to me to be making a video kind of showing these letters that other people were writing. And the other thing is that when it comes to responding, I try to, choose my words very carefully, and it can end up taking me quite a while to write a response that really isn't that long, because they only give you 14 lines. And so I figured that between those two things, just a straight through recording of me playing this game, or using this app, however you want to call it, for a while might not work the best. So I have to figure out how I'm going to approach it. Okay, I need to go get some more containers. Okay, time to continue along with these containers. For ones that have some of these, I'm just going to put a sticker over the existing sticker, because I don't want to take the time to peel stuff off. To go back to tapestry again, hoping that reading through the book will both sort of get myself reacquainted with some of the techniques, because I haven't worked on any tapestry projects for a few months now, and so sort of refresh my memory about some things, and then maybe get me excited to do a project that I can then work on for a video. I have some ideas, but I think I'd like to use my Merrick's loom that has a project on it that I really need to just do the last little bit and remove it from the loom, so I can decide exactly what I'm going to do and then warp it for the new project. And for that, I'll probably want to use some yarn that I hand spun earlier this year. I did do a bit of spinning on my drop spindles the last couple days. Not a lot, but a little bit. I just want to get the last of the particular fiber that I have on a couple of my spindles spun, so I can then let it rest for a bit and then apply it, and then be done with it. The fiber that I'm using, I think has some kind of sparkly, glittery stuff in it, and I think it's also at least partially bamboo. I don't remember what exactly it is, but it's definitely more on the slippery side. And I have a bunch of just regular wool around, and that's what I would like to get back to spinning, but I want to just finish up this project and have it done before I do that. Okay, now time to get these drills in these containers. Since I have a number of finished diamond paintings around that I'm not ready to frame just yet, I really need to go and I think I'll probably put them into some poster tubes that I have sitting around. I figure that's probably the best way to keep them kind of protected from getting any sort of dust and dirt on them, as well as keeping them out of the way until I'm ready to actually display them. So now I have everything kitted up. I've got 2 boxes here, although they aren't completely full, of drills. And I just wanted to do kind of one last look at the canvas here. Trying to see if there's anything that could potentially trip me up. From a quick look, I'm not seeing anything. Sometimes you'll get cases where both the color and the symbol are so close that it makes it, kind of tricky, particularly if you aren't in the best light. But so far I'm not seeing anything that's going to cause too much of an issue. I mean, maybe the plus sign and the equals sign up in here, that might just require a little extra attention, but there have been, certain things like, you have like X's and Y's, and maybe K's if those are all kind of that symbol with a very similar color background all right next to each other. That can be kind of tricky. Or in the past I've had things where this particular symbol, kind of that radioactive symbol, was very close by. Instead of 2 dots, having 3 dots that are kind of arranged like this with a similar color background, and that was tricky for me. But this looks like it will be good, and I think this nice bright array of colors, and the size not being super large, I'm really looking forward to doing this one, particularly as it's a square. And I think after doing that last Halloween one that was the round, and how I ended up pretty much single placing everything, I think that's what I'm gonna do on this. Just single place and take my time. I'm not gonna rush through it, and we'll see how it goes. All right. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much.